Welcome back to One Life Cars, guys. Today you join me for another tutorial on the Peugeot 307, and I'm going to show you guys how to remove and replace the rocker cover gasket. Some of you might know it as the camshaft cover gasket, cam cover gasket, that sort of thing. It's the gasket that's the highest point on the engine on your cam cover, which is here. So without getting too far ahead of myself, the first thing you want to do is get the bonnet open, get comfortable, and we'll go from there. So guys, as you can see here, we've got the top of the engine, which should have, well yours will, this cover on it. These are the petrol variants. This one's the 1.6, but I think this will be similar for most petrol variants of this Peugeot, the 307. So there's 6 bolts there, which are T20 Torx bits to undo. I'll put in a quick clip of doing those properly now prior, and then we'll crack on with the job itself. Let's go. Alright guys, as you can see here, we've got this cover off, which reveals your 2 cams, which are these bits here. The cams are underneath these covers, and a couple of vacuum hoses, the coil pack. The coil pack can stay for now. Just to show you the actual problem, as you can see, it's seeping oil out. Normally it's just in a corner, but it's absolutely everywhere, and it's filled all the plugs up and all sorts. I'll show you that better in a minute. So the first thing we want to do is disconnect these vacuum hoses. You've got 2. And you've got a little yellow clip right there, which you just squeeze in and pop out like so. Now, ooh, you might have heard that on the video. I was just about to say, be gentle with him. On older cars like this with high mileage, the plastic it's meant to be flexible, but it goes very brittle and hard, and it's not so flexible. So yeah, I'm gonna get them sort of out of the way. We'll do the front one first, because it's easier to see to film. So these are 2 separate covers with 2 separate gaskets, but they're identical. They're both the same bolts, the same system, the same gasket, everything. We have a number of bolts all around, and these are 10mm bolts, normal bolts. You just want a 10mm socket or even a 10mm spanner, but you'll struggle with a spanner on the back. You do really want a socket set with a ratchet, which I have here. It doesn't have to be a big 1/2 inch one like this. And we're going to undo these bolts. Not like that though, you don't really want to slip him. So I'll show you a bit of a clip now of me undoing them all, and we'll get the cover off and look at changing the gasket. Let's go. Right, so we've got all 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 bolts out, and now we should just be able to wiggle the cover loose. It might be a bit tight. And that's a bit of the aggressive way to do it. Maybe a bit more gentle than that. I'll leave that in the edit just so you can see it and laugh. But yeah, that's one out. Right guys, first things first, for those of you keen-eyed viewers, you'll notice it's a different day, different light, different surroundings in fact. But the job is still the same. We're still on the same car, same engine, etc, etc. There's just been a bit of a delay in filming. Anyway, we have the cam cover off, as you can see here. And the next thing we've got to do is look at the gasket. So the first thing you're going to see is this clear rubber gasket running around the outside, which is actually connected to this plastic piece in the middle. To get that out, it's going to clip out from one end or the other. I don't even think you'll need the tool. You can get your finger in, yeah, that's like so, and gently pull your old one out like that. Now this is the gasket you need for this job. However, if you don't look into this, which I did, and you know, I don't blame you if you do it, because we've all done it, you will go on your car parts, GFS, Autodoc, etc, 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 no plugs intended, and type in your reg for this car and order a rocker cover, cam cover gasket for the Peugeot 307, and this will turn up. Yeah, we'll ignore that. This piece of rubber, which is, to be fair, like most cam cover, rocker cover gaskets, this is the shape of this, but as you'll find out, as other people online who've already done this job have done and tried to bodge, bless them. I'm not trying to dig at anyone. I understand why they're trying to make the best of a bad situation. This will fit in the groove and round it, but it doesn't sit right. It doesn't stay in place. It sits too low, so it won't actually create a seal. So on other videos, what they've used is a gasket sealant to try and bulk it out in there and make this work. If it worked or not, I don't know, because they don't show an aftermath video after they've fitted it. So most of the videos on this gasket will encourage you to use this, because that's what's come in the post, and use a load of gasket sealant and somehow make it work. It most likely won't work. Don't waste your time. Yes, it's harder to find the real gasket, which is this. This is the one that you'll pull out your old one. So for context, I've already done this job. This is actually the new one, but I'm just showing you how to remove it and refit it. So yes, this is your proper rocker cover gasket for this engine, not that piece of rubber. Again, no, this is not a sponsorship, it's not a plug. I'm just telling you where I got mine from. Autodoc and GFS car parts in England, at least, do this right gasket. You see it clearly on the pictures, the piece of plastic with the gasket round it. It's all one piece. They can't be separated. So yeah, once you've got this, you can line it up in the correct position. It does go either which way. They're both the same for each cam cover, by the way, so don't worry about that. Just order two if you're doing both of them, and you'll find it's that way around, I think. Yep, with a little spike sticking up, it fits best, and it fits like the old ones, so the gasket's protruding, so it can go onto your metal edge and create a good seal. Also, make sure you clean this properly, get all the crap away from it so it seals nice. That pull of oil there is worrying actually, but that's another problem for another day. I'm just showing you how to do the gasket for now. So anyway, get everything clean, get this gasket popped in, clean around the actual cam cover itself, and then it's just a case of reversing the process we've already done. So we'll put that into place. We'll put our 8 bolts back and tighten them back up. If you want torque specs, I'll put that in the description. If not, don't do it with the drill, just nip it up with a ratchet. Nip it. You want a nice hand tie. You don't want to overdo these because it squashes the rubber too much and then the gasket won't work. So just a nice hand tie, and do them evenly. So you do this corner, that corner, that corner, that corner, and then the middle's in some sort of pattern so it pulls it down nice and even and flat. And that's about it, guys. That is how to remove and replace the correct rocker / cam cover gasket for the Peugeot 307. And again, if you have already ordered it, you're probably going to end up with this. Yes, other people have bodged it, but there's no proof that it's worked. And again, this is no dig at all the other people. There's a lot of videos putting this in with gasket sealant and that. It's not the correct part. It's obviously a generic part number for this engine. It doesn't work properly. So search about until you find the correct gasket like I've just shown you, which is that plastic piece. Anyway, guys, I hope you found this video useful. Oh yeah, also, sorry, 8 bolts back in, get your vacuum lines back in and your engine cover back on, and that's your job done. I hope you found this video useful. Please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe if you did. If you like this sort of content, there's plenty more to come and already on the channel, and loads of different vehicles covered. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. But anyway, other than that, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.